Well, it's been nearly a week with West Ada School District back to school and back in classrooms. We'd like to pay attention to West Ada because, after all, they are the state's largest with more than 40,000 students in the district, and because the school board decided 2 days before school started to give parents the option to remove their kids from the mask requirement. So 5 days in class in the books. Has the COVID case count been enough to cause concern? Well, so far, 38 cases have been confirmed, 31 of them students, 7 of them staff. But there are 159 students in quarantine in West Ada because of exposures at school. 44 of them are from Star Middle School, 17 from Eagle High School. Last week, when the school board granted this opt-out option, Steve wanted us to keep tabs on how it would impact schools, saying the public deserves to know the size of the local vocal minority who dictate the future health problems of our community, he wrote. And we have reported the tally a few times since, but after that 3-day window of turning in those opt-out forms into the district office, and now 3 days of parents being able to turn them in at school, well, Gaga wanted to know, what was the final percentage of West Ada district opt-out? Well, we can give you a running total, I should say, since there really isn't a deadline and parents can still opt out at any time. But as of yesterday, 32% of students in the district have opted out of the district's required mask mandate. That's just under 13,000 kids in the entire district, about 12,912. And some schools have seen more than others, though. So where have there been more opt-out forms turned in? Here's what the West Ada School District looks like. From the north at the Ada-Gem County line, west to the Canyon County line, it then jumps over Kuna and stretches southeast to nearly the Snake River. All right, way up north, where we find Eagle and Star, that area has the highest opt-out percentage, with 41% of the students. But it doesn't have the school with the highest percentage. That belongs to Paramount, with 58%, helping push the western group of Meridian elementary, middle, and high schools, and Rocky Mountain, to a total of 31%. That's just under the district-wide average. In the east, that's the older part of Meridian, closer to Eagle Road. It's home to Centennial High, Chief Joseph Elementary, Lewis and Clark Middle School. They would be the lowest when it comes to area percentages, well under the average at 22%. It's also where we find Ustick Elementary, one of 3 schools with only a 13% opt-out rate. How about the south, which is south of Fairview Avenue? That's where we find Mountain View and Owyhee High Schools, Lake Hazel Elementary, and Victory Middle. There, 26% of parents have opted their kids out of wearing masks. West Ada's virtual schoolhouse has only a 2% opt-out rate. I mean, most of them are home anyway. And that's included in the eastern area average, which obviously helps lower that percentage. These numbers are by no means final, by the way. There's 49 schools in the district, and parents can still opt out of that mask requirement through their students' school. You can see the percentages of the entire West Ada School District broken down by school, and they are on our website at ktvb.com.
I've directed $20 million towards expanded testing in Idaho's K-12 schools to help us meet testing needs.
That was Governor Little at a press conference at Nampa High School back on August 12th before school started. And the number's actually $30 million, not $20 million. Governor later corrected himself. It's been a few weeks since then, and as we've reported, schools have started to see students and staff test positive for COVID as school has gotten going in these last couple of weeks. Well, during yesterday's COVID media briefing, state health officials said that money is now available.
As a follow-up from last week, $30 million is now available for schools K through 12 that choose to avail themselves of this flexible funding. It's a simple registration form for these funds. That can be found now at the State Department of Education's website. So I wanted to follow through from our commitment to make that available the last couple of weeks, and you can find it there for any school who chooses to take that on.
And choosing to take that on means that schools have to opt in order to receive that funding. Boise School District says they have opted into that program. Spokesman Dan Holler also told us, in addition, on Thursday of this week, we will take delivery of more PCR tests from Central District Health. We're committed to mitigation measures, he says, such as testing, which protects our students and staff, also helps ensure we can continue to provide our students with 5 days a week in-person learning. West Ada School District says they are still in that decision-making process on whether they're going to make themselves available to these funds.